Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with a video today on how to tell the difference between mango flower buds and mango leaf buds. Alright, so let's just start with this little guy here first. So this guy here, you can see, is not very tall. This is the little mango tree, the variety, it's called Ice Cream, that gave me two full-grown mangoes last season out of all the flowers it produced. And the first time frost came, hit it, and they all dropped. And then about a week and a half passed by, and it reflowered again, which I was surprised and shocked because I thought for sure it was done. But apparently, in a situation like that, some trees, some varieties can reproduce flowers. So this one here I got from Lowe's about 2.5 years ago, I want to say. And when I transplanted it from the pot to the ground in this spot right here, the coming January it flowered for the first time. But the flowers, went through the process. The mangoes developed, but like almost pea size, and then they all dropped, which was not normal anyway. You shouldn't let them, go full term the first time around. But the second year is when that frost happened, and I only got the two full-grown mangoes, which I protected with the little baggy screens to keep them from like rodents, like squirrels and possums. But anyway, as you can see, it only after the last few mangoes on this side right here, I got a tiny little branch, and this is the side that the mangoes were actually on. And it's weird that this, after the mangoes, were full grown and I picked them, the tree is supposed to recover by flushing out some growth. And it didn't, throw out some shoots, But on this side of it, the left side, off of this branch and that branch over there, it threw some growth. I think maybe only one growth flush. Alright, let me come in closer and I can show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so right here, right where my finger's at, was the last flower pinnacles that it had when it produced. As you can see, there's that one there, and then there's this one here also. And then it just, it throws like a little growth flush. And it only did one time. Whereas some of my trees, they do 2 to 3 growth flushes. When I say growth flush, I mean like from a joint where you see multiple leaves, and then it goes up a section, and it throws multiple leaves and goes up another section. And I'll show you that in another tree. But this one only, for some reason, only does it like once. Well, I'll take that back. Well, actually from here, where my finger's at, it went once to here and then twice. And that was it. So I'm thinking this one only does like 2 max. But anyway, I'm really happy to see that it's looking healthy and it's looking good. And because of the cold spell we've had in the last couple of weeks, where the temperatures dropped damn near freezing, not quite, but damn near, and only for a couple of hours, it shocks the trees into going into flowering, and also lack of water. Chris from Truly Tropical was saying that yes, when there's a cold spell and then a lack of rain, the trees tend to flush out flower buds rather than leaf buds. So this is January 5th. Yes, today's January 5th, and this little guy, it's time to do that. So let me go ahead and show you what it looked like. So flower buds, as you can see, are round in nature. Okay, like right there, you can see that they're nice, round, and plumpy. And just about every end, like this one, here's a big, thick one right there in the middle. You can see that there's a bunch of them. And as a matter of fact, that one has one major in the middle, and there's like 4 on the side. Actually, there's like five, almost 6 total on just one of these. And this little guy has the same thing. Just about every end has flower buds. That one's got some that's going to develop. This one's got some right there. It's going to develop. Like I said, a bunch of them, right? And even this little guy right there, you can see right in the middle, is eventually going to do the same thing. Even this little guy. See the round flower bud right there? So, yeah, it's going to produce a bunch of them. But like I said, only a few are going to survive. And also based on the height of the tree, like this guy's very small. So it can only put out so much energy, you know, towards the fruit. And that's why this year, when it throws out all those flower panicles, I'm going to go ahead and select the strongest ones and then just like pick off the other ones when the mango that's developing is like pea size. Okay. All right, so moving on. Okay, so now a tree that is throwing leaf buds like this one, I believe, is going to be a leaf bud. Okay, right there. Just like that one right there also is going to be a leaf bud. As you can see, it's from the same tree, and look, it did throw a leaf bud, and it's also got some new leaves. It's going to be turning green in about a week. This one right here is actually from maybe a week and a half ago. See how it's light green in color? The rest are like darker green in color, as you can see the contrast. So this guy is still young, and I don't presume that it's gonna go ahead and flower this year. As you can see, it's not that thick. I mean, it's as thick as that one, but that one's grafted. These are from seeds. Okay, so that right there, I believe, is going to be a leaf bud as well. So I went ahead and tried to even graft another variety down here just to see if it'll do anything. So I'll have to wait and see. This other one right here is pretty tall, right there in the back. So I'm not sure. That one I'm seeing some, right there, see some new growth, leaf growth. So I'm not sure. That one that I just pointed to, I want to say that's like probably 3 or 4 years old. It's good size, but this other one over here, this tree that you can see right there, okay, is the one that I cut back all the way to down there, and then eventually it grew into this big, nice, voluptuous tree. And I also grafted that same variety on here, and I think this one's gonna take, because you can see that right there, there's a bud. And sometimes they say if a bud is developing below the graft, it's not a good sign. But this one is still green in color. I don't know if you can see, it's dark green, but right in here where my thumb is, I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but there's a bud in there. So I'm waiting for it to develop completely before I take off the grafting tape. Okay, and like I said, I'm not sure if this one is going to develop any flower buds. Let me pull one of these down and see. No, right there, right in the middle, you can see that there's no round flower buds. Although this one looks like it can be a flower bud, but I'm not sure. Sometimes leaf buds come in bunches like that, and yeah, they come in bunches, and then eventually they just come out shooting out looking, you know, pretty long. And let me see if this one has something. Same thing with this one. This one's a little darker, but I don't think it's gonna, this one's gonna flower this year. I'd be shocked and surprised if this one flowered. I don't know if, like I said, the grafting or the cool weather has anything to do with it, but this is my prize mango tree right here that I've been waiting for it to flower for nearly almost 8 years. And this one is actually a yeah, it's also a mango tree from seed, and it almost didn't survive one year because of the stupid squirrel that went into the pot to bury a nut and broke it in half almost, and I mended and then brought it back to life and, you know, nurtured it, babied it, and next thing you know, here it is. I eventually transplanted it into the ground, and 2 years in a row we had frost. I had to prune it back all the way back to the, you know, almost nothing. In my previous videos you guys can see that. And but now look at it. It has become my queen in the backyard here, and I'm hoping that this year is actually the year that it will flower for the first time. And the reason I say that is because, you know, I've been checking every week to see if it's going to show me that. And this here, I don't know, this can be a leaf bud, but it also, on the very bottom of it, right where my thumb is, right there, there's some round buds. So I believe that's going to be flowers, and that's what I'm seeing. And then if I look at this guy right here, you can see that the bud right there is round. There's like 3 of them right there, and they look like they're going to be round ones. So that's the flower panicles, as far as, you know, I can tell. Let's see, that one, this one looks like it's just going to be leaf buds. But so on this one right here, I think that's what it's going to be. If I move over and see and check out some other ones, there's going to be leaf buds like this one right there. And then let's see, that's more leaf buds. This one, I think maybe a leaf bud, but it could be flower bud. And there's a few of them that are looking like it, but this guy right there, you can see, has some round buds on the side, and possibly some leaf buds. But the thing is, if it's a flower bud, then there should be no leaves. It's just going to be the panicles coming out. So, and this year what I did was, after, like around in September, I top worked it, and then I just let it grow after that. And as you can see, it's got some long runs. As a matter of fact, like on some of them, if I count, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, almost like 4 or 5 growth flushes, and then it decided to do its own thing and like split the branches off at the very top. So I think that's what enabled it to go ahead and, you know, finally decide to go ahead and flower for me. I mean, some of these branches are pretty long. I think for some people it's like longer than normal. They will let it go. Like that one there, you can see, is very long from there. And also this year I decided to clean up the middle of it. I opened this up a little bit for more air to circulate, which reduces the fungus. And thank God, so far so good. I don't see any anthracnose that attacks, you know, mango leaves, which is that powdery mildew crap. But anyway, so far so good, guys. And like I said, I think this is going to be the first year for this queen to go ahead and flower for me. Here's my other graft that I tried, and I don't think this one survives. Yeah, it's turning dark brown, and I don't think it's gonna make it. But at the same time, look at there, big, nice, round, you know, buds, which I believe are gonna become panicles for the flowers. So that's okay, you know. I'll have to wait and try it again. And look at this one. This one's looking beautiful. I mean, that one, you can tell it's definitely a flower bud, because look at it. It's got the little buds right in the middle, right there, you know, coming out right the sides. So like I said, I waited almost 8 years, but this year it's finally going to show me what it, you know, what it's got. And I can't wait to see the variety, because I don't even remember. the variety of mango this was, you know. But anyway, it came from my the seed came from my cousin in Miami. But here you go, guys. I know this was a little drawn out, but I'm too excited, and I can't wait for this baby to, you know, produce me some mangoes. And with that, as always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and hit the little bell notification button so that you can get notifications of when I upload new videos. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you on the next time. Bye.